The Coach Curl podcast is brought to you by Think and Grow Business, the home of the Think and Grow Business Mastermind. If you're serious about growing your business, get serious and join a mastermind group today. Find out more at thinkandgrowbusiness.com.au.
Hey there, it's Coach Curl here, and welcome to the Coach Curl podcast. Today we're talking about social media, envy, comparison, depression. Coach Curl here, and welcome to the podcast. Today we're talking about social media envy. We're talking about social media comparison. We're talking about the depression that can be caused when we get sucked into these emotions and our feelings. And it's come about mainly because of a couple of bits of feedback that we've had from our listeners that feel that they're basically addicted to social media and they're depressed about the fact that they're addicted to social media. They're concerned about the role that social media plays in their lives. Now, let's be honest, social media has taken the place of a lot of things in our lives, and it's not going away anytime soon. Technology doesn't care about our feelings and our emotions. We know this. Social media is now our conversation. It's our level of engagement with our community. It is our community in many cases. It's our family. It's taken the place of holiday snapshots. Do you remember those? It's taken the place of our postcards, our letters from faraway destinations, our long-distance phone calls. Social media has replaced them. You know, I'm always reminded when I think about social media, and I've seen Steve Maraboli post this up quite a number of times, that the best parts of his life don't make it to social media. And that's where our paradox occurs. You see, what you're seeing in your social media feed is all the best and often all the worst of what is happening in people's lives. It includes people you barely know. It includes people you don't want to know. People you envy. People you compare yourself to. The rants that they do daily. The negative whining, whinging. And you either get sucked into their drama or they become a source of entertainment. And that in itself is a problem. If that's you, getting your brain hits from ranting and having people feel sorry for you, ask yourself this. Is this serving me? Is this serving me? Is this behavior that I have on social media taking you to places? Is it taking you to your best places? And is it taking you to the places that you want to go? For every person joining your drama, there's probably another one having a laugh. There's probably some more that are just ignoring you. So ask yourself, should that be in your life? Depression is seen every day, and it's seen online. It's seen with the people that we deal with. And if it's serious, and if your friend is showing signs of depression, reach out and offer a hand. Reach out to their close friends and offer a hand. But you must remember, it's ultimately their choice whether they take that hand or accept that hand. So please bear that in mind. And maybe we can go into more depth around negativity and ranting and raving on social media. Maybe we can go into a podcast show that talks about where our chemical hits are coming from and how to break those behaviors, how to stop those behaviors. So just let me know in your feedback if that's something that you want to hear about. Because what today's show is all about is about envy and comparison. See, depression is created every day online. We have envy. We build envy in our lives when we compare ourselves to others. We feel less secure in ourselves, often because what we are looking at and what we're comparing ourselves to are the great moments in people's lives, which we then equate to great lives. They're great moments in life that we see that others are having, not potentially the great lives. We see the smiling selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower. We see a snow-draped Central Park. We see those exotic beachside locations. We see photos with celebrities. And it triggers envy, and it triggers comparison, which ultimately drive and build and create a feeling that we're less. We're lesser than them. We're lesser, and we're feeling lesser about ourselves. And it's true for so many. That's the feelings that are being evoked. We build envy on what we see, and here's the trick. Be grateful for the share. You know, it's okay to aspire. If that motivates you to build something better in your life, and be grateful that your friend is sharing an experience of something new with you, that's okay. It's okay to aspire if it creates motivation and action in helping you create a better life. That's okay. But also, I want you to be conscious of what you're not seeing. So you're seeing the best moments. You're seeing that selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower. You're seeing the arm draped around Gary Vaynerchuk. That's what you're seeing. You're not seeing the hard work, the sacrifice, the discipline that's required to get that person there in the first place. And that's a big one. No one shares the eggs they have on toast for dinner as they save, scrimp, and sacrifice to take their dream holiday. You're not seeing that posted on Instagram. You're not seeing the turned down invitations to events and sitting at home in front of the TV. You're not hearing about the sacrifices. Some of the favourite things that people have had to sacrifice to get what they need to get to undertake that dream holiday. That stuff doesn't make it to social media. You're not seeing that stuff, but it's there and it's real. You don't see, you don't feel the jet lag, that lethargy, the lethargic nature that overcomes us when we travel internationally. For most people, you may actually see a post that tells you otherwise, that they're kicking jet lag in the butt. But it's real because our body takes time to adjust. And we can never really appreciate the general sense of tiredness that you get after a day of 24 hours travelling to go from, say, Australia into the States, for example. That's not captured on social media. We certainly don't hear about the fear and trepidation of a new place. We don't hear about the arguments in the elevator. We don't hear about the challenging discussions of what to do next, when all you really want to do is chill for a bit, put your feet up in the motel room, watch some TV. But your partner wants to go on a helicopter ride or visit the casino floor. You don't see the fights over where to eat, the contradictory aims and outcomes of what you want to do and see. You don't see that. That's not making it into your social media feed. But it's what sits behind that selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower. It's what sits behind those photos of the Rockefeller Center and people skating. And the big one is that you don't see or you don't feel the sense of loss when the holiday ends. Because that's real, folks. That's not the smile for selfies in front of landmarks. And that's what I want you to think about. The story behind the photo. Be grateful for the share, of course. Absolutely. Be grateful for the experience. Absolutely. If it inspires you to do something better and something more, set goals to do it. Write them down. Take steps. Get out there and get it done. For other times, it might bring back memories of things that you've done. Be grateful. I notice an interesting thing whenever I have friends that go overseas, or whether I've been overseas or on a holiday. The first couple of shares are huge. We get lots of views, we get lots of comments, we get lots of likes. But by the end of the trip, and you might be away 2 weeks, 3 weeks, by the end of the trip, this envy, comparison, jealousy kicks in. And you'll see your stable crew there that are still sitting there liking it, making comments, being grateful. But you'll also see a large chunk of people who have moved on, that become jealous, potentially a little bit bitter, maybe depressed, because what they're seeing you do is something maybe that they want to be doing. So when you have a friend that goes overseas, or they're showing the latest photo with the latest celebrity that they've met, don't feed your envy. Don't feed comparison. Be aware of what it takes them to get to that stage, and be grateful. See, it's your life. Set the standards. The best parts of your life don't make social media, and just quietly, the best parts is often the hard work. The best parts are often the sacrifices that bring us to our dreams. The best part is the journey that we take to achieve our goals. Our best parts is our daily contact with those that are closest to us. The best part is how we feel when we wake up next to our soulmate. That's some of the best parts in our life. That's some of the best part in your life. That stuff is your life. Build that stuff. Don't build envy and comparison. One of the little hacks that I've learned about social media just in the last couple of days is most social media smartphones, most smartphones, have a setting where you can grayscale your phone. Grayscale your phone. Isn't that cool? So instead of this phone being this inviting kaleidoscope of colours, it becomes grey and less inviting. So if you feel that you're becoming addicted to social media, make the object less inviting. Understand what it is that you're watching. Understand the story behind what it is that you see. Make the object, the smartphone, less inviting. And you too can start to feel grateful for the fact that we have social media in our lives. But don't ever lose the personal connection, the personal contacts that we have in our lives. Don't ever lose them. I hope you've taken something away, and if you have, please share, review, like our podcast. We love putting this together, and we love getting it out online. Once a week, with the Coach Girl podcast comes to you with a little bit of stuff that you can take away and help make your life a better life. Thank you to the team at Think and Grow Business. If it wasn't for my team that stand behind and support this podcast just simply wouldn't exist. Check them out, Think and Grow Business, where we lift the performance of people in business. thinkandgrowbusiness.com.au. Don't forget, check out Amazon. Do a quick search. Seriously simple stuff to get you unstuck. It's my first book. It was released in 2016. There's another couple of books coming out this year. I might just throw that into the mix. But check it out while you can. We still continue to get reviews. We still continue to get feedback. We still love seeing the words quoted. I feel very humbled when people take paragraphs out of the book and share it on their news feed, on their social media feed, knowing that it brings value to people. So check it out. Seriously simple stuff to get you unstuck. 20% of every sale goes to support the team at Carter's Cause, who are helping heart kids here in Australia fight, support and raise awareness about congenital heart disease in kids. So that's this week's podcast. Social media envy, social media comparison. Don't fall into that trap. Until next week, just don't forget the golden rule. Don't be an arsehole. I'll see you later.